Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest known podcast in the known mortal universe. Motherfucking hero show. I am Lamprey. That's my brother, Eddie Law. Let's get it. How you doing, sir?
Chilling, man. Hanging out, hanging out in traffic, dealing with dumbasses that can't drive. Look, first of all, I hope whoever got in the accident that put the freeway on like 3 mile an hour traffic, I hope you're okay. That being said, which one of you cunts is the one that made a mistake? Like, one of them is always an idiot.
I just feel like this, like, I hope you're okay, but fuck you.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Hope you're okay, go fuck yourself. Like, you should be driving.
A little side note to go with that. I remember a few years ago when I was on a train.
Yeah.
And our train, it's on from the main city to the city that I live just outside. It's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes on a train. It's not far. Mm-hmm. So we're all chilling and that, and we're about 10 minutes out from getting to where we need to be. We're there, and the guy who's doing the tickets is going along. He's like, "Oh, we're going to be delayed for 20 minutes on the time." And then the guy who comes walking down for the tickets turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, we're going to be delayed." It was like, "What's the delay? It's 20 minutes." Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? He's like, "Oh, some guy jumped in front of a train, and they're just they're just cleaning it up."
Damn.
I was like, I looked at the dude, and the dude was just he told the woman who was like a seat across ahead of me. So I'm here, she's there, he's facing me. I look at me and go like, cleaning it up. That was somebody. That was like,
look, hey man, it was somebody. Whoever that somebody was jumped in front of a fucking train, dog. That dude,
yeah, no, but he's
wanted to be nobody.
He's acting like it's like, how inconsiderate of this guy having all these, these problems and wanting to, commit suicide. Yeah. And like the fact that he just turned around and went, because he went, a guy jumped in front of a train and they're just cleaning it up. Like it was the it bit. I was like, he could have just been like a guy committing suicide, so they're just trying to get it all sorted. Like he jumped in front of the train, so. You know what I mean? You can understand. Like, I'd have been like, yeah, man, that makes sense. But when he said clean it up, I was like, that guy just made it sound like he's about to take out the daily trash, or like he just picked up his dog shit. Like, come on.
No, here's the problem with that. Okay, because one time I was driving home from college. I went to school about an hour away from where I live now, and I used to drive up here to visit my family, right, all the time. And one time I'm driving back and fucking standstill traffic. Now, the highway down in this school that I went to is it's like fucking 2 lanes one way, 2 lanes the other way. The one heading down to where I was trying to go, shut down, stand still, no one's moving. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So of course, as soon as I see the chopper, I'm like, oh, the news is on this shit. So I went on their website, whatever. Some dude was in his car, a brand new like Mustang GT, like 500 horsepower, beautiful car, right? He was stopped in the middle of the road with a gun to his own head with a standoff with the cops. And I'm sitting there, you know why I got mad? Because he wasn't gonna do it. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna do that shit, boy. I mean, would you threaten to do it? If you're gonna do it, you're just gonna do it. Like, you can't look. If someone, and I know we always talk about the phones and all, and they should be fucking supported like crazy, right? 100%. That being said, you can't call people that actually do it cowards. It takes fucking balls to do that shit. Yeah. It takes mad balls. Or you cannot call those people cowards. The only ones that are cowards are the ones that committed crimes against other people and then did it. Those guys are cowards. They take the easy way out. All right. But the people that do it because of the depression, you can't call those people cowards. It takes mad balls to do that shit. But this motherfucker is in the middle of the highway with a gun in his head and a brand new, beautiful car. Clearly, he's got money. Clearly, has probably like the smallest, dumbest problems. You know what I mean?
I thought you just said the smallest, dumbest penis. I was like, okay.
Maybe that too. You never know. You know what they say? I don't know. I don't know if they have in the UK they have lifted trucks, but here they take trucks and they lift them like an extra 5 fucking inches, put giant tires on, like, yeah, I'm a bad motherfucker. But women laugh at those guys saying they have a tiny wiener. So it's like the funniest shit ever.
We don't. The big thing for people who have small penises over here are usually people who drive Audis.
I'm gonna start using that because I know like 5 people that drive Audis. They're all dudes. They're all dudes.
In the UK, if you ever see a bad driver or if you get run over by somebody, it's always an Audi. always an Audi, no questions about it. Like the two things that believe, the two kind of people that believe that they run the roads is lorry drivers, you know, the big fucking massive double-decker type ones, like those, and Audi drivers. Those guys, they can eat big dick.
Well, at least in my part of the States, it's old people and women. Every single time you see something, it's an old person or it's a woman. Dude, I shit you not. I wish it was stereotype.
The old woman, you just run.
Yeah, you fucking stay the fuck away. In Arizona, people come here from cold spots, right? Because right now our temperature is like perfect. Like our high is like 80 degrees. It's fucking beautiful outside, right? And like for everyone like in Canada and like, you know, BC and all those other places that are super fucking freezing cold right now, they're flying down. Their old people fly down here for their winter, and as soon as it gets hot here, they fly back, right? We call them we call them snow something or other. I don't know, whatever. But regardless, those motherfuckers, they're the ones that cause all the issues. But whatever. Yeah. So that's what I dealt with. We just spent like 5 minutes on traffic. I just realized that. Hashtag first world problems.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you know what though? I do think the states could do a much better job. At least my part of the country could do a much better job with public transportation. Like I would fucking use that shit because I get so annoyed sitting in traffic. You know what I mean?
No, I don't drive. I love being on the train and being on the bus. Like I've done it since I was a kid. I used to, like, if I'm not on a bus or anything, I used to walk like 3 miles to school and 3 miles back every day.
Yeah.
Every day. But that was just what I did. So it's like I've always liked not being like driving or in a car and stuff like that. So I don't mind it at all. But one good thing for us, this isn't even remotely MMA based, and people are going to be like, eh. But one cool thing, they're going to be doing as of April from the UK. There's going to be a train that runs from the UK to Amsterdam, like straight to Amsterdam.
How long is that? Like 3 hours?
Hey, maybe 2-3 hours. But I'm saying this.
No, worth it though.
Your boy's down for that shit.
Yeah. That's a good point.
What was I going to say though? Yeah. So anyway, I've got to ask the question now because me and you spoke about it on the last episode of Trigger briefly. We spoke about Nate Diaz potentially competing for the welterweight title against Tyron Woodley. Dana White came out no longer than 6 hours afterwards and went, Tyron Woodley's full of shit. And
I love that.
And no, do you though? You think that's...
I'll tell you what. Go ahead. Sorry, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, go.
Okay. I'll tell you why. Because Dana White's full of shit. Every time Dana White says something's not going to happen and someone's full of shit, he's full of shit and something's about to happen. So we're probably going to get Nate Diaz or Tyron Woodley next. And here's why I love it. Okay, I get it. Nate doesn't deserve it, blah, 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 all this other shit. Totally get it. I understand, all right? My favorite part is RDA's at home crying his ass off. How fucked is this guy? First, loses his red panty neck because he bruised his foot, and then gets knocked the fuck out by Eddie Alvarez.
And then he gets pieced up by Tony.
Right? How much bad luck can you have? Finally, another title shot. You're about to be a two division champion, maybe. And fuck you, Nate Diaz is fighting. Like, oh, it's awesome. That being said, hey, look, it's a really bad look when you tell the world that your welterweight champion's full of shit. You're the promoter, you say that, you're like, whoa, it's a bad look. That's not a good look.
A part of me just kind of wonders, a part of me wonders, I don't know, not even wonders, I kind of feel as if, like, I should feel sorry for Woodley, because it's like, I know he doesn't help himself, and I know that some people have been skeptical about his most recent fights, and I get all that. But, like, at the end of the day, like, if you're a fan of fighting, you have to be a fan of the fighters, and that guy's just trying to get paid, like, by any means necessary, that guy's trying to get paid.
You know what I think, where I think he went wrong? He's claiming racism. Like a while ago. Remember that?
Yeah, but Dana White hasn't helped because the only thing is I've got to say about that is Dana White only talks ill of champions who aren't white.
Right. But my point is this: it's not that he went wrong. It's not that he's wrong. Okay, it's that he shouldn't have said it because now, right. That's what I'm saying. Is no. Look, I have my case for agreeing with Tyron Woodley, right? Like Dana White has never spoken. He's only spoken ill of a John Jones or Tyron Woodley or
DJ as well.
Huh?
DJ as well.
DJ. The only one I ever heard him speak ill of is DC, really. And DC, because DC's super company man, though.
DC's why. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, look. That's fucked up. No, but for real, though, like, he's like super company man, right? So it's whatever. But DC's the way Tyron Woodley should be handling it. This company man, dude, it'll come, right? But I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's how you got to work with Dana. I'm not saying it's right.
I look at that because I look at DC and like his big money fight is going to be against Stipe. Now I know this sounds harsh, but who's like, as a purist, I watch it. I'd pay for it as a purist.
All right.
Super fights are supposed to be the fights that nobody can miss. Like you can't miss them. Like
yeah, but they're the ones that mean something. They mean something. Anderson Silva versus GSP when it was the right time to do it. It's way too late now. No one gives a fuck. But for the right time to do it, that was a battle of who is the fucking best ever. That meant something.
Prior to the Weidman fight, there was a high possibility chance of we were going to get Silva versus John Jones as well.
Right. That's another one. That's another one. I mean, how fucking happy or how stoked would we be if we can get Michael Jordan in his prime against LeBron James in his prime?
Exactly.
We could end all debates. It'd have been great, right? But we're not gonna get that ever. So, unfortunately, we're not gonna get Anderson Silva GSP. We're not gonna get Anderson Silva John Jones. That's all gone. So nowadays, super fights, as far as the definition of today, UFC, Dana White, blah blah, fucking casual fans and whatever, or newer fans, not really casual, but newer guys or people, is champion versus champion. That's it.
I don't know because I feel as if a part of me still believes that the Eddie Alvarez one was, but it wasn't
with Conor.
Yeah, purely because it was the first time we were going to get like two champions going against each other, and one of them trying to break history. But also there was all this kind of thing of like, can Conor do it? Because we just saw, Eddie Alvarez destroyed Sanjay.
Right.
And additional to that, a lot of underground fans, hardcore fans, whatever you want to call it, really revered, Eddie Alvarez as basically arguably one of the best in the world pound for pound. And then Conor smashed him.
Yeah, look, man. Here's the thing about the Conor Alvarez fight, because what you said right now, it's like it was a super fight, but it wasn't. I was with you. I never thought it was a super fight. I never considered it a super fight.
I didn't.
Right? I considered it history. That's what I considered it. I was like, this is gonna be huge. Can this guy pull this off? Right? He's been talking all this shit. Can he? First of all, I think most of us believe he would have. I think some of us would thought that there was a chance. Like I picked Eddie Alvarez in that fight because of the wrestling aspect, but I completely ignored the fact that Eddie Alvarez can be lulled to sleep very quickly and can be lulled into a brawl and then lose it, because that's what happened, right? He stuck to his game plan for a whole 0.3 seconds, and then he fucking went, yeah, let's go right into Conor's power hand. Let's just go right into it. Why not? Let's end this night early. Like, but whatever. Like after that fight, I don't, other than against Nate, I normally don't pick against Conor. You know what I mean? But that being said, that fight was not a super fight. But to me, super has to mean something. There's got to be something behind it. It's not just, well, DC could be the first heavyweight, light heavyweight champion at the same time ever. Okay. What does that mean for Stipe then? Nothing. For Stipe, just another fight. He beats a light heavyweight champion. Well, you're supposed to. You're the heavyweight champion. Like, bro, right? In Anderson Silva GSP, they both have something on the line. It's who's the fucking man? Who's going to take this shit?
All time.
Who is the go between me and you? Not just, oh, well, you got something to gain here. I really don't, but you do. Like, that's not a super fight, right? So there's no super fights. You couldn't make a super fight right now. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to literally go in my head right now. I can't give you a matchup that would be that would be competitive that you can consider a super fight between high level fighters. Think about it. Nobody.
Yeah, I still feel we could have that 185 GSP Silva now. It wouldn't be the primes, but we'd get to see who's the better man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but who's the better man now?
Yeah, like, of course.
There was a time when they were both considered the best. Both of them at the same time. That should have been the time. You do it now, it's just kind of like it's just all right, cool. Because we're getting that fight now.
There's nobody right now. I think the only one that could have happened, as far as a super fight, would have been John Jones against Stipe.
Right, Jones Stipe would have been something, because Stipe has got this streak going, and Jones is already considered the best. Stipe believes he's the best. have that fight. That's on the edge of super fight. That's
You've
like barely
got
super
the
fight.
greatest heavyweight of all time. You've got the greatest heavyweight of all time versus
against the greatest light heavyweight.
Greatest. Well, no, you could even argue
Fighter.
that the greatest fighter of all time. You could have argued John Jones at the time.
But by the way, shout out to Roy Jones Jr. Fought a sparring dummy last night. Look, you got on a win, dude, but that was boring as shit.
Do you see where he stuck out his tongue and he punched the guy in the face?
Yeah, he goes, and then doesn't even look at him when he hits him, and he nailed him.
That guy.
I was watching the fight. I was watching the fight with my girl, and I was telling her, I was like, this guy was handpicked. Because she even kept saying, like, he's kind of short, and he doesn't really move very well. He looks very, like, stiff. And I go, they didn't pick him because he could win. They picked him because he's picked to lose.
That guy should have been fighting CM Punk. I'm just saying.
Hell no, man. Roy Jones Jr. fucked up. Anderson Silva.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Roy Jones should have fought against CM Punk. I'm saying CM Punk should have fought that guy.
Oh, that'd have been a good fight. By the way, have you seen the rumors that they want to pair him up against Mike Jackson at 225?
Yeah, Chicago.
Mike Jackson's gonna fuck his world up.
I don't dispute it, but the thing is, though,
a journalist is gonna fuck his world up.
They're just doing it for that Chicago, because that crowd in Chicago for CM Punk will arguably
lose their minds.
That will be as crazy as any Conor fight, and I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that.
Michelle Watterson coming to Phoenix to fight Corner Casey. So I am in the house, bro. I am in the house. I'm a huge Watterson fan. She's so fine.
Overrated.
Hater. Anyway,
I'm not. I actually really like her. I just think she's overrated. I think that she's
an atomweight fighting in strawweight.
Well, that's not my problem.
They try to push her on. That's why you're mad,
bro. No, it's not. No, I watched that documentary. I actually really enjoyed that documentary.
That was a great documentary.
Was it the ESPN one?
No, it wasn't ESPN. It was like some random one.
I thought it was. No, I'm sure it was on ESPN because I'm sure that.
It was. They put it on TV. Yeah, they put it on TV.
But I was going to say it was on one of the sports channels over there because I think like LeBron or somebody like quote tweeted.
Yeah, it's his. It's one of the. I think it's his company. What's it called? Not Players Tribune. Uncensored, something or other. I forgot. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah. But it is part of like the LeBron James thing.
Yeah, but I just saw her. I just saw that documentary. I thought it was brilliant. I like her as a person. I do think she, in a sense, is a good martial artist. I just don't think she's as good as what everybody makes out when it comes to that division. Like, I
think people just root for her. I think that's why it sounds that way. I don't think it's because they really. Yeah, who else, man?
Because everybody thought that she was going to start Rose Namajunas, my guy, and that didn't happen at all.
Oh, I was fucking torn in that fight. I was like, I don't want to pick anybody.
I told you Rose was going to fuck her world up, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like Michelle. I think she's a great person. I think she's probably one of the coolest people I think that's in the UFC. Yeah. She can have her own cooking channel on the UFC Fight Pass. Like,
she probably will too. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad. She's one of the people who I think I was talking about this to you or to somebody else. I was saying that like I wouldn't mind if in between fights instead of like Megan O'Leary, instead of like in between fights we have like ring girls and people like not being able to understand fucking whatever two foreign people are saying between the coaches and we can't get a good translation because it's like 10 seconds behind. How about we do what Eddie Bravo used to do and he just comes with like a few stats like, is having a lot of success with 90% accuracy with
why did they stop that?
I have no idea. It's probably because Eddie Bravo was high as shit.
Yeah, but they could get somebody else to do that.
Michelle Watterson would be perfect for that role. Just in between, pan into the side of the octagon. Hey guys, just in this last round, and she's actually a martial artist herself. So her speaking, I actually go, yeah, and she looks good. She talks eloquent. Fucking, come on, let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm too big of a fan. I'll never believe that she's overrated.
I'm
fucking with you, dude. I get it. I don't
know. I don't think she's overrated as like an actual martial artist. I just think she's overrated as the fighter in the division. That's all. She's going to be one of those people that I guarantee in years to come, people will talk about her as like a fan favorite. They won't say like she was one of the greatest of all time. She'll be one of those like, oh, can you remember Michelle Watterson, the Karate High? It'll be that thing. That's what it'll be. Yeah. So, are we going to have Woodley versus Diaz? Back full circle here.
I don't think so, man. I think,
You think advice again?
well, no, but think of it this way, though. Like, I also don't think that Connor's looking to fight Ferguson or Khabib. Not because he thinks he can lose to them, not because he thinks he'll beat him, but because he doesn't see the numbers in that. You know what I'm saying? The numbers will be there with just him, but the numbers of him and Diaz, I mean, we're talking like another record-breaking pay-per-view, I think. So
Do you think
I think he might be fishing, right? He might be fishing, maybe Dana White fishing for Connor. Like, hey man, I'm about to book your guy. If he loses to Tyron Woodley, which there's a chance, obviously, but yeah, there's a possible. Look, man, that you don't. That guy's a massive dude. Double legging Nate Diaz to the ground. I love jiu-jitsu and I train it all the time, every day if I can, and I take on wrestlers all the time and I do all right. But a wrestler like that guy would be some scary shit. Like it would be
heavy hands.
Heavy-handed. You'd have to find a way to lock it to if he takes you down the ground, you got to break his posture immediately and start working triangles and get back up to your feet. You do not want to be on the ground.
Well, the thing is, as well, you've got to take into account him being stood up from the outset. Like it's all good and well, but like for the most part, like Nate kind of likes to throw combinations, and that means he's there to get hurt. And
from boxing stance too.
Exactly. So he's there to be hit.
Yeah, that leg is there, and people forget how hard Tyron Woodley can kick. By the way, Tyron Woodley can kick like a mule. Anyway, so it might be like hey, fishing the Conor. Hey man, there goes your next record breaking pay per view. That's about to go, dude. You want to come back and fight soon in September or no? Or we're gonna have to strip you. I mean, you tell me. Like, I think it's that move. That being said, I like our conspiracy theory because I like to think that Nate's gonna take out Woodley and then fight champ against champ, right? That'd be crazy. That'd be great.
I'm starting to see on social media now a lot more people are warming to my ideology of Nate Diaz is exactly like Conor when it comes to how he carries himself, and you know fans don't want to admit it, but Nate is Conor. Like he does the same things. Like he's holding out for big money fights. He's holding out for this, that, and the other. And I'm again like what I said earlier. Yeah. Go for it, because at the end of the day, it's a limited career that these guys have, and they're not getting paid by the minute.
Like I'm with Nate on that one. I've always been. And first of all, he's got enough money for this of his life right now, right? But that dude knows that there's more to be made, and you can set yourself and your family up for life. Just do that shit.
With that same thing said, because obviously we're talking about weight divisions and going up. Yeah. Luke Rockhold mentioned that if DC is going to be going up, then that means that like near enough immediately he's going to be moving up to 205. Do you feel that he's right in doing so per se, or even saying so when he's only just going in to go for an interim title shot?
I mean, he can say whatever he wants, but the thing is like, I don't think he'll do it right away. I think he'll try to, let's say he beats Joel, all right? Which, by the way, I find the vast number of people not giving Rockhold a chance in this fight thoroughly like weird, like annoying.
I've seen the opposite, to be honest with you. I've seen a lot more people that are pro Rockhold.
I think this is a great fight. I just wish it wasn't for the interim belt. I'd rather have it for no belt. Just let it be a contender fight. But, yeah, exactly. But you got a headliner, have a fucking belt in line. Yeah, it's stupid. But I think this is a really good fight. Think of it this way: like, first of all, Rockhold, kickboxer extraordinaire. You don't want him on top of you on the ground. His ground and pound's ridiculous. You make a mistake against Rockhold, like Weidman did that stupid spinning heel kick or whatever it was that he totally fucked up. You make a mistake against Rockhold, he's very good at making you pay for it. So Romero's got to be in his piece of cues. But as far as moving up to 205, I think not that he has to, I think he wants to, because that cut sucks for him. He's a natural 205.
100%.
He's a big boy. I think he is on that thing though, where it's like, well, DC's gonna fight at light heavyweight because Kane's a heavyweight, and Rockhold's gonna stay 185 because DC's a light heavy. Well, now DC's gonna be moving up. Kane, who knows when he's going to fight? Kane gave DC his blessing to fight, for the title, given that DC's probably done this year, or he said he's done this year. And then at that point, 205 is wide open for Rockhold. But the other thing I love is the people who shit talking AKA because Rockhold went down to Florida to train. I'm like, you never heard of going somewhere to get a different look? Like, even he said, he's like, that's nothing to do with AKA. I just needed a fresh look.
Somebody said that. It was somebody retweeted Joe Rogan's quote earlier that I saw that said that he think it'd be a great experience for Francis Ngannou to go and train at AKA.
Why?
wrestling, 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 wrestling.
It'd be difficult with Kane in the house.
100%. But, you know, if Kane's not going to end up returning to the same degree that we believe.
Yeah. You know, I have a theory on that, actually. I think Kane comes back in the same, maybe not at 223, but maybe like a 226. I think he comes back. He's a big fight, title contender fight. And then we get, well, we'll find out. If he does really well and he wins, he gets a title shot, then he gets a title shot, right? Against whoever's the winner. Probably. Look, man, probably. That being said, if he doesn't win, or he has just like okay, like performance, like you could definitely see like Kane getting shoved to the back a little bit, little gatekeeper status on him.
Well, if Verdun wins his next fight in London, he's
oh my god, who's he getting again?
That fucking Russian cat, is it Volker or whatever his fucking name is? Hold up, I heard it up earlier as well. I think it's actually called Vulcan as well, to be honest with you. But I ain't fucking like. I'm so glad that
I'm so tired of Verdun.
He's got his gig back as well, hasn't he? Doing the Brazilian commentating as well.
Really?
Volkov, pardon me.
Oh, Volkov. Oh, Volkov could get him. Volkov just don't want to be anywhere in that guard.
Yeah, but he was there to be like. He was there to near enough get touched by fucking Roy Nelson in the first round. Yeah. The second and third, he couldn't get near him.
Dude, you can't give Verdun a title shot off of that.
Of course you can, because in fairness, he won 3 fights in like 6 months.
That's fine. He also said a bunch of like anti-gay shit and hit somebody with a fucking. I'm just fucking around. I'm fucking around. I'm playing.
Imagine how many dudes would never get a title shot ever again.
Connor wouldn't even be in the UFC. He said so much fucked up shit.
Bisbee, loads of dudes. Yo, what did you think as well to Matt Goddard's tweet as well? By the way,
I mean, look, I know what he's saying. I get it. I just think that's going to take him way out of context.
For people who don't know, he turned around and said that he didn't like people trying to make everything like gender neutral, like as far as like expressions and stuff like that, and people getting mad at using like those expressions. He got mad because he wanted people just to say like, if it's a man expression, it's not like derogatory towards women. If he said a woman thing, it wasn't derogatory towards
breaking news, he fucking deleted it, took it down.
Damn Skippy, he did. I think he was drunk, man. I think he'd had 1-2 whiskeys and he was like, bruh. But I'm just saying this, like, apparently yesterday, I didn't know this, and this might have been the thing, but don't quote me on this. I'm not implementing that this was the reason why I said it, but something did get brought to my notice yesterday. Apparently, there's some viral-esque video news article, whatnot, that apparently Doritos are doing women-sized crisps. Like women-sized Doritos, and what they're actually, what they're going to be basically is like, they're going to be a little bit of a bigger packet. They're going to be a little bit less like, you know, like the powder. It's going to have like a little less powder on it, so it's not all over your fingers. And they're going to be smaller crisps as well, like smaller sized Doritos. They're still going to have the same weight, but it's just going to be a bigger bag so you don't get dust all over your hand. It's going to be less dust so that you don't get it all over your fingers. They're going to be smaller so they're easier to eat so they're not all over your face, and so they don't make as much of a loud noise when you eat them.
That is ridiculous and hilarious. Why even you lose Doritos, the future is lady friendly. Lady friendly Doritos did not go over well on the internet.
I'm just saying, dude.
No. All go full go on this shit. Make these goddamn lady friendly Doritos. I can use that to talk so much shit. Are you kidding me? That's hilarious. Holy fuck. I thought you were fucking with me.
You actually thought I was
no, you know, here's the thing.
All the things I could make up, you thought I was going to make up.
No. Isn't I get it sounds stupid. It's like no, but isn't the CEO of the company that owns Doritos a female?
I have no idea, but I know that
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm making sure right now. Let me see. PepsiCo CEO says women snack on Doritos. Pepsi. Hold up. PepsiCo CEO says women and men snack on Doritos differently. Do we really? Like, I didn't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen chicks scarf that shit down their fucking throats. It is a chick, isn't it? No, it's not. Hold up. Is it? Yes. Indra Nooyi, the CEO of PepsiCo, the parent for companies of snack brands, the parent company of snack brands like Lay's, Cheetos, Doritos, Ruffles, and Fritos. As you watch a lot of young guys eat the chips, they love their Doritos. They lick their fingers with great glee. And when they reach the bottom of the bag, they pour the little broken pieces into their mouth. Women love to do the same, but they don't. They don't like to crunch too loud. They don't like to crunch too loudly in public, and they don't lick their fingers generously, and they don't like to pour the little broken pieces and the flavor into their mouth. Like, maybe, bitch, maybe you don't. What the fuck? That's awesome. That's awesome.
Are you gonna stop believing me when I tell you these stories, and I'm not just making them up for the fucking?
No, I've always believed you, but that one sounded a little too stupid. Like, it's a tiny bit too stupid.
Oh God.
Like, I have a threshold that you need to cross for me to think something's that dumb that I don't believe you, and you crossed it. Like, like, what's he talking about? Okay, that's the best. All right, that's the best shit I heard all day. I just made my week, bro. I made my week.
I'm glad I could help. I think that.
Oh my God.
Something that did collide.
By the way, somebody get Mike Perry. Somebody get this motherfucker a designer for his shirts. They are god awful.
He's aiming for that 2001 Affliction audience.
Yeah, and I still wouldn't buy one. Fuck no.
I bet you have a Cain Velasquez one, don't you?
No, I don't. I actually want one. Do they have them?
Bruh.
I don't have one. The only shirts I have.
Rhinestones, bruh.
What?
The Rhinestone Affliction, like.
Oh no, I forgot he had a fucking shirt. I wish I had. No, I wouldn't wear that. No, he has a.
You want to rock the Rhinestone?
No. He had a. Yeah, right. He had a dethrone. He had a dethrone T-shirt that was red, white, and green. A dethrone one that was actually pretty cool, but I didn't like the fact they said dethrone royalty on it because I don't know what the fuck that means.
I think it just means like overthrow the power. Like I remember when Connor worked with them, and I don't know why. Like I don't know why that just ended because they had some really cool shirts. But I don't know why it just.
He had that always ready shit.
Yeah.
Or stay ready.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was going to drop to? I just think, by the way, with the Luke Rockhold thing, I kind of hope that he does go up. And imagine if we saw some drama like him versus DC. What if there was just like a bit? What if there was just a moment that come out like, and we found out like actually Luke Rockhold didn't really like DC, and then they all just go at it.
I think it'd be made up just to like make some money, or what they think would be some money.
It'd be so weird.
God, dude, I can't stop thinking about the discussion we just had about super fights and that it has to mean something, and I really can't even make up. I can't even make up like a super fight right now.
Think how crazy it'd be, right? If you think of the people who could do this, right? AKA, if everybody were fit, hear me out.
Yeah,
you could have Khabib could quite easily be the 155 champion. Like, that's highly probable. He could quite easily go up to 170. Even Tyron Woodley was like, "Fucking stay your psycho ass down there."
Yeah,
170. Rocco could have 185. DC could potentially have 205, or Luke Rockhold, and Kane could have the heavyweight, or DC could have in the heavyweight.
Wasn't oh man, I want to say that there was only two at a time. Didn't they have the 185, 205, and heavyweight belt at one point? Yeah. They did, right? Yeah, because there's a picture of all
the hospital or something like that. Because there was some
all fucked up.
Yeah, they were all with the belts, and it's like
that's pretty cool. If you're a gym and you can say you have 3 of the whatever many divisions there are, like belts at one organization, it's pretty cool. It's like an EBI. All Danaher's boys have all the belts.
Would you say, because I was on about this earlier on, if the 185 belt did end up going to Rockhold, and Rockhold decides to just disappear for a little bit, would it be safe to say that the 185 belt is the highest belt that's ever gone from prestige to just what the fuck are we doing with it?
That's not heavyweight?
No, because at least people win the belt, and then the next time they fight, they'll win or lose the belt. Like if you win it or lose it, you win it or lose it, don't you? Like the nature of the beast at heavyweight is you get touched, you get knocked out. You know what I mean? Like it's not the same, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like if you get fucking touched by one of those dudes, it don't matter who you are. Like we've seen every kind of different size and style fighter. If somebody gets touched, they get fucking finished. Like that's just how it goes. But
I mean, it could be because the 205. I mean, other than John Jones, I mean, But
But
yeah,
DC
you're
held
probably
that
right.
belt, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like it's been DC's belt. Do you know what I mean? In this off period, like no,
Yeah,
much as it isn't, in my opinion, I still don't look at him as like the champ. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I think that forever holds over him because it's like he'd never beat the guy, and you know he's always that shadow. But DC is the champion because he beats everybody and he doesn't lose to anybody who isn't named John Jones.
Pretty
So,
much.
but I don't know. I
That
think
fucking blows for his legacy, man. Fucking John
that's like
Jones.
it's the Michael Jordan shadow, like you know, like when LeBron James always chasing the shadow to Chicago, like
Yeah.
it's always
Yeah.
there. So you can't avoid it. But I was just thinking earlier on today because when I saw that article about him going up to 185, I was kind of looking and thinking, well, if he goes up to 185, that means if he stays at 185, he wins the interim title, say, then he fights for the title, then he goes up to 205, then he probably fights for the title after 2 fights at 205, like one being the first one.
No, I tell you what, the UFC is gonna do a champion is champion, whoever it is. They'll do that.
Christ. Just imagine that though. Like,
Yeah, well, look, the way I see it, once DC moves up, I think win or lose. I think look, I think people think he's gonna fight till the end of the year. I don't think so. I think his last fight is a 220, 226, 223. 26, 23. 23. I personally think it's his last fight. I think it's gonna be it for him. And I think that's why Kane's like, yeah, do whatever you want, dude. But I think it's his last fight, and I think that it's possible that we get like Gus as a champion there at some point soon, and you get Rockhold Gustafson.
that'd be a brilliant fight. I'm not mad at that fight.
That'd be a great fight. Two tall guys, both great strikers. One is a better one's good wrestlers, really.
Hey, I was going to say, don't hate.
Yeah.
This is arguably the best, and I'm going to say this, hear me out, but European, like a European guy who's a striker who's actually got fucking legit wrestling. Like he can actually fucking wrestle.
He fucking took DC and John Jones down, didn't he? Yeah.
And
Not many people can say that.
DC couldn't even fucking take down John Jones until the 24th minute or whatever it was.
Jesus, how embarrassing was that? Jones came out and took him down repeatedly. Just repeatedly.
That's incredible. The only reason I was thinking about the 185 thing was just purely because we had the GSP debacle, the Bisbee debacle, and then obviously, you know, prior to that we had the weird thing with obviously Rockhold and switching opponents from Weidman. So
I got you.
But yeah, anyway, we'll jump onto the card anyway. There's only a few fights that I wanted to jump into though. But the one thing I just want to say though is are you excited to finally see the style bender? I can't wait.
Style bender.
Yeah, Israel, last name. Fuck.
My brain is like, let me pull it up because my brain is like not working right now.
Oh,
I have for the life of me can't remember who you're talking about.
Who the fuck is
whatever.
Israel Adesanya. I can't even say his name now. Adesanya. The guy who did the kickboxing. You know the guy who was kickboxing before and he was starching people with like the 2 taps, flying spinning back kick and.
Oh yeah, dude! He's in this card.
Yeah, he's on the Fight Pass prelims against Rob Wilkinson.
Please tell me Wilkinson's a stand-up guy because that'd be a fun fight.
His name's the Razor, so I'm fucking hoping so.
Okay, let's hope he's a Muay Thai then. Oh, it's gonna be a good fight. That's a fucking prelim though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that though.
No,
I'm not mad at that at all.
Let's see what's on this card. I love my bitches.
My favorite fucking dude in the
I love my bitches. against Quinones, who's one of my favorite fighters.
Like city bitches.
Yeah. So I know he got some woman pussy that day. It doesn't matter. Ross Pearson against Hirota. Solid. Just Ross Pearson constantly gets fucked over. So you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ben 10's fighting in this.
Who?
Ben 10, Ben Agunian.
Yeah, Ben 10, yeah. Against Husia Formiga. People still sleep on Husia. Dude can still fucking fight, all right? Don't fucking sleep on that dude.
I'm with you, but I think fucking Ben's a fucking legit. Like, I think people underrate him. Didn't he have an injury after his last fight, though? So he had to take some time off. He was on the tear, though, to be fair.
And then Tyson Pedro gets some scary Russian cat. Those Russian guys, I love Tyson Pedro, but those Russian guys that look like they have dad bods at heavyweight, but they don't give a fuck. Those are the scary motherfuckers. Like
he has the same haircut as you. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, he doesn't. I come here on purpose. That's because that's how his head is.
No,
Bro,
Okay.
I cut my hair on purpose.
Okay,
I
I'm
cut
not,
my hair on purpose.
don't have
Why
to
you
get
talking
angry,
shit?
he just needs to grow a beard. And I mean, no, yeah, he doesn't
No,
look
no, he doesn't. No, he
the
doesn't. Anyway,
Eastern
and then
European version.
okay, let's pick the main card. So that's the first fight: Pedro against Stafford. Who you picking?
Yo, hold on, right. I just need to go back down the card. Sorry. Yo, why is this card gone? Right, okay, hold up, because I've got the prelims and everything up. Right, I'm going Pedro because I'm a big fan. I know I shouldn't go against a Russian because he'll probably just fucking ragdoll him for fucking 3 rounds. But I really do like Tyson Pedro.
Yeah, I'm taking Tyson Pedro too. Jake Matthews against Li Jianliang, the Leech. I'm taking the Leech.
I'm torn
I
in
like
this
the
fight
Leech.
because I'm a big fan of Matthews as well. I think he's a good upstart, but I think I'm going to go with you in Lee. I think Lee's going to get the W, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay. Well, what are you gonna do? You know what, Jake Matthews? Jake Matthews to me has been kind of disappointing.
I don't think he has. I think he's done really well considering, but I think that, he's only 23.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of experience for 23, though. He's had 15.
I think he came into the UFC way too early, but that's my opinion.
I'm with you on that. There's a level, and I think as you grow, he's going to be one of those guys he could be like a Max Holloway type esque fighter, where
Fair enough.
There's a little bit where you've got to take into account like being young doesn't always come fruitful to the end.
Then Tai Tuivasa against Cyril Asker. Tuivasa's 8-0, heavy-handed. Trains with Mark Hunt.
Yeah,
I'm taking Tuivasa by knockout.
First rounder.
Yeah.
One hit a quitter, my guy.
Second, this one might actually differ. Oh, I don't know. We'll differ. Mark Hunt against Curtis Blades. I feel like Mark Hunt's time is almost up, and Curtis Blades has fought Ngannou and lost. Yeah, but fought Ngannou, took Ngannou. I believe he took Ngannou down, and Ngannou was really good at getting back up, right?
Ngannou just stood up.
Right. I think Curtis Blades is gonna make a statement on this fight and get like a TKO finish.
I'm torn on this one because the reason I say this is I think this is where Mark Hunt retires.
If he wins,
I just think this is the card that he retires.
It makes sense. At home,
like near enough, but yeah, I think that this is the one that he retires. I'm gonna go with Mark Hunt because I feel if he's already said in his heart he's gonna win this fight and this is gonna be his hurrah. I don't think he's gonna want to go out on that, and he always comes good when it comes to fighting down under. So
yeah, he never leaves anything. He never leaves it. Like he never keeps it. He leaves everything out there. So if we see him coming out trying to starch Curtis, I mean, maybe
if I'm going anything other than heart, if I'm going with my head and every part of my logic, I go Curtis Blades by WrestleFuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
3 rounds, WrestleFucks. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go Mark Hunt because I just want to put my heart in there, so I'm gonna go.
All right. And main event for the interim middleweight title, obviously everyone knows Robert Whittaker injured, /6 / everything else, and Yoel Romero against Luke Rockhold. Luke Rockhold, former champion. Yoel Romero just lost a title fight to Robert Whittaker. I like the matchup. I like Luke Rockhold in this one. I like the height, the fact that he's long, he can fight, he can, if he keeps Yoel Romero at length, with the striking, should be pretty simple for him.
He has a 4-inch reach advantage. He is also 3 inches taller than him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to count out the explosiveness of Yoel Romero and
unpredictability. Yoel Romero
has been pretty active in comparison to Luke Rockhold.
Sure.
And Luke Rockhold fought against Branch. I don't think he looked amazing against Branch. That's the one that worries me. I am going to go Yoel, just purely on the basis of when Yoel seems to go in, he seems to be explosive. He seems to be able to finish the fights. I never want to count him out. We saw how he could compete against somebody who wanted to keep on just wrestling him and whatnot. He'll do his dirty little tricks with the stool and the water and all that stuff if he gets gassed. With it being 5 rounds, he gave Whittaker a few problems. I don't want to count out Romero. If you said this to me, 2 years ago, I would have picked Rockhold every day of the year. If this was 2 years ago, but I don't know. I feel like that Branch fight really didn't test him. It might have got rid of some of the rust, but I don't feel as if that fight really prepared him to fight against somebody of the caliber of Yoel Romero or Whitaker, etc.
Dude, we're still 2.5 hours away from weigh-ins.
Fuck that noise. I ain't about that life.
No, I'm not staying up. Well, you had to stay up. Me, I gotta go train or at least work out tonight. But
yeah, in 2.5 hours, it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning. I ain't watching. Fuck it. Unless there's big names, I don't watch weigh-ins. Like as far as like in early hours of the morning, anyway.
Right. I usually because I'm saying because they usually have the real weigh-ins like at like 10 a.m. my time. So it's like I just catch them while I'm at work. Anyway, I'm
gonna go with Yoel Romero
okay.
with I'm gonna go with second round knockout.
I think Luke Rockhold's going to make this like he's gonna pick him apart at distance and just pick him apart. And then when Yoel Romero tries to come in trying some not desperate shit, but trying something different, Rockhold's gonna try and capitalize by flying knee or something like that. So I don't think it'll be I think it'll be a 5-round decision. We're going to Rockhold. I think he's gonna try and make it as boring as possible. While Yoel Romero is gonna count on his explosiveness, and honestly, he moves really weird. He's a very odd move. Like the way he moves is like really. He almost like compacts his body up here like a Muay Thai fighter, like a Thai fighter. He brings like his elbows down, knees up, makes his midsection small, and still covering his head. Like, all right, bitch, kick the one leg. But as soon as you do that, I'm coming over the right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. I think it'll be interesting. That's like honestly the only fight on that card that I on the main card anyway that I would actually go out of my way to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, just make sure that if you do have the Fight Pass, guys, please, I implore you to watch that fight of the Stylebender. Like, I can't.
Should be fun.
Like
that, and I love my bitches. Get that one too.
Oh yeah, fucking Teruto Ishihara.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't lose because I think he's on a losing streak of sorts.
Dude, you give him a little show on Fight Pass and it is good. You have him like Dana White looking for a fight. You have Teruto fucking Ishihara searching for the next female superstar. I love you. I love you, bitch.
No. Teruto Ishihara looking for his bitches. Like I said, it's gonna be. He's gonna get some Aussie puss tonight for sure.
Oh, facts. Right, ladies and gentlemen, just want to give a shout out to the sponsors, starting off with Receptra. All your CBD needs. Get your balms, your butters, your topicas, all that good stuff. Your oils as well. Heal your body, mind, and soul with Receptra. That's RECEPTRA, naturals.com. Use the code with the heel hook for 10% off your entire fucking order. Thank us later. Also, shout out to our other sponsor, Bain. BainStore.com. That's BAIN store.com. All your jiu-jitsu and athletic needs, bro, they got you sorted. They got the hoodies, they got the rash guards, the spats. They got everything. Like, everything you could fucking need. And if you're in love with the artwork of like anything that's jiu-jitsu inspired, make sure that you check out that at BainStore.com. Use the code word again, the heel hook, all one word, 10% off. Brah, done things. Yeah. Where can I find you, Eddie? At?
Find me on Twitter at Elo31, on Instagram at Keyboard Warriors MMA, and of course KeyboardWarriorsMMA.com. Shout out to rep the Warriors.com, get yourself some gear. And y'all enjoy 221, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you can find me at Ashley Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY, and you can find that on Twitter, and you can find that on Instagram. If you want me on Snapchat, just Ash Official, and that is all on me. When it comes to the Heel channel, you want to go to the Heel channel _ if you're on Twitter. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes or SoundCloud. So if you want to listen to these on the go, whether you're on Android or Apple, you can find us at the Heel channel on iTunes or on SoundCloud. What? So, from me, from Eddie, whether you're a lover, a fighter, or a hater, peace up, lay down,
love my bitches.
Love my bitches.
Damn. We still live? Fuck you, Google Hangouts. Fucking A.
Google Hangouts with the powerful